Good evening, konbanwa. Hope you're well. Slight mess this evening trying to get set up. Sorry, it's all gone pear-shaped, but I think we're finally live. Well, I'm hoping so. And yes, there is a little pig in the corner. It's not a real one, though, I might add. Yeah, sorry about the rush. Just a bit busy this evening, so apologies for being a few seconds late. So good evening, Tim. Good evening, Christian. Good evening, Isaac. Hopefully a few other people will join us in a second now that I've got over my technical problems, as in not being ready. Simple as. So welcome to Tuesday evening, the 16th of March. This evening we're going to go through, continuing through our grading syllabus. Okay, so we're working through basics and kumite and kata for our next gradings, which we hope will be sometime in the future in sort of maybe May, June time. So the plan is this evening, we've done pretty much the Kion for most grades, right the way through from beginner to black belt over the last sort of 2-3 weeks. So this evening we're going to start with some kumite, okay, and then we will move forward then into kata sort of in a couple of weeks time. So this week will be kumite definitely. So we'll start with Gohon Kumite, which is 5-step kumite, and then we'll continue with Kion Ippon Kumite, and then Juippon Kumite. So that's all the kumites through to black belt. Please remember that within our reference guide and syllabus, and what you do for your grading is only part of the story. Okay, your grading essentially is probably, I don't know, anything between 8 and 20 different Kion basic techniques with some form of kumite depending upon your grade, and then kata. But that's just part of the story. The actual grading could be anything that you've done previously or anything that you've done in the past. We don't ever test you on things you don't know. Okay, except for your sandan. So if you're going for third dan, then you definitely are tested on things that you don't know. More about thinking and sort of understanding as such. So anyway, we're going to continue tonight with kumite. So we'll start with probably Gohon Kumite, and then we'll move to Kion Ippon and Juippon Kumite. So this may take Tuesday and Thursday, and possibly even next Tuesday and Thursday to do all the kumite. It's really important to spend the right amount of time on each of these subjects. Then we'll have a recap, okay, and we can do a practice mock grading as well over the coming weeks. Whatever. I apologise for being a little bit late. I know some people have just joined us. So good evening, Andy Sensei. Good evening, other Andy Sensei. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Kayla. Good evening, Ken. Who's sat with me? Harry M is watching this evening, and he loves The Mandalorian. Good boy. It is wicked, isn't it? I've just finished season 2. So yeah, so thanks for joining me. So apologies for being a few seconds late, and just not being organised this evening. Not being organised. That's probably my best excuse. It's not an excuse, it's the reason. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So remember, if you haven't got a reference guide, okay, and you want one, and you don't live a billion miles away, I've been dropping them through people's letterboxes over the last few weeks. So I'm quite happy to drop one round, and you can sort out the payment for them later. That's not a problem. I can put them in the post, but it costs as much to post them as it does to pay for them. So there's no point in me doing that. So I'm quite happy if I'm around on my way home from work type thing to drop it around. If you need one, just let me know. Most of you, I think, have got them anyway. So yeah, so that's basically it. We've had contact with one of our dojos. The Gamingay Dojo has already been in touch, which is great. And they are happy to welcome us back, provided everything goes well, on the 12th of April. So that week, we will almost certainly have our normal 2 slots of Tuesday and Wednesday evening. I think that's correct. We used to be in Gamingay on a Thursday, but now more recently we've been in there every Tuesday or Wednesday. So my plan would be to open those 2 dojos first. They will be for juniors only. Okay, so because adults aren't allowed to train until the 17th of May. But what we'll do is the juniors will need instructors. So obviously the black belts will get the first slots there. So we'll maybe have 5 maximum instructors of 5 each night. So potentially 10 black belts could train if they wish to do so. So yeah, so anyway, that's some positive news, isn't it? Still looking for an outdoor venue, maybe to do something over Easter. And remember that we've also got our spring Keiku on Saturday, the 27th of March, 9 o'clock on Zoom. So if you want to join that and you do it in your own home, then please email me or message me and just let me know that you want to join, and I'll send you the Zoom link. And that's on Saturday, the 27th of March, and that's at 9 a.m. till 10:30. So it's not a big session, but it's about an hour and a half of training together. Spring Keiko means spring training. Okay, simple as that. Okay, hope that all makes sense. Lots of messages to give out. Good evening, Thomas. Hope you're well. Do you like the haircut, Thomas? My lovely wife did this last night, trimmed it up a little bit. I think you've done a great job. Not that I care. But yeah, it's good. Christian will be happy to train with the kids. Yes. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you. So I will definitely need some instructors to help me teach. That's really good. When we get back to the dojos, that is. Okay, it'd be nice to have you here now, but we're not allowed to. Okay, right. Let's do a warm up. Okay, then we'll do the kneeling bow and get going for kumite. Okay. Right. Okay, so just star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, bouncing up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, when you're doing this, try to relax the whole body. So we're only bouncing on the balls of the feet, okay, but we want to relax the shoulders, we want to relax the arms, so everything just bounces, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, right, so your hips, move your hips around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, arms forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your left arm, right arm in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arms out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. And forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And to the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so forwards, sides, and up. Again, make sure you're relaxed. When you do kumite, you need to be strong and fast, okay? Fast is better. Fast is better. So we have to learn how to relax the body. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, good. Relax the shoulders. Okay, so Zenko Sadachi. Hips that showman. Square. Square. Hammy. 8 showman. Hammy. Showman. Hammy. Showman. Hammy. Showman. Change legs. Showman. Square hips. Hammy. Showman. Hammy. Showman. Hammy. Showman. Hammy. Showman. Hammy. Showman. What's okay, so good. Right, knees together, feet together. Okay, high sukudachi, so feet together stance. Okay, bring your right leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, balance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. 3 kicks now. 1, 2, 3. And again. 1, 2, 3. I seem to always stand on a crack, which is not helpful, so try not to do that. I'll stand here. Okay, so now kicking 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and back down. And left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. One more time. Go. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 8 and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. And down. Excellent. 8, and right. Okay, we don't need a huge warm up. We've got to get the heart going a little bit because we're doing kumite. Okay. Now, the first kumite we're going to do is going to be problematic because it's Gohon Kumite. So this is the first kumite you ever learn when you do karate. What is kumite? Kumite is fighting, okay? But it doesn't mean that you come in the dojo and you just swing your arms around and throw your legs in the air, kicking and punching people. You do it in a very measured, controlled manner, which enables you to learn the art. Okay, this is where the word martial art comes from. Learn the art of Kumite. And I'm very big into this, as you probably know as being my students. I love Kumite. So I'm very passionate about the fact that we shouldn't be hurting each other, okay, and that we should have control of our techniques and we should have good form all of the time. And we're thinking all the time of what we're doing constantly. So we're switched on. So we're going to do 5-step Kumite, okay, but obviously we might need to shuffle. So if you only have a meter, literally, because some people do, that's fine. What you're going to do is you're going to just change legs on the spot. Rather than step back, change legs on the spot. And I'll demonstrate that, so don't worry if you get confused. Okay, so the rules of Kumite are quite simple. There is an attacker, tora, and there is a defender or receiver of great things, like punches and kicks. And that person is called uki. So we're going to call them uki. That's why I call them in my dojo, rightly or wrongly, that's what I call them. So we have tora and uki, okay? So attacker, receiver, okay? That's the important thing. One attacks, one receives. And to start to learn our form, our technique, etc., we do this together in that format. When we have Jukumite, which is the ultimate aim of karate, we then fight each other randomly. Okay, so we are able to attack and defend ourselves at any point. So we're not doing it just together. So we start at the basic level. Okay, and I'm going to use my hands a lot to demonstrate what I want you to do, as much as I will obviously do the techniques myself. So, 2 people, okay, they begin about 1 meter apart and they bow. Now, I do appreciate I've missed the kneeling bow this evening. My apologies. I realised that as I started late on time, but I want to get on. I want to get this lesson done. So my apologies. We'll just standing bow at the end. Also, I promise we will do that. Slightly rushed, as you can tell. So we bow to each other, okay, like so. Not one and then the other, but together, okay. Then one person, tora, the attacker, will take up their position, okay, kumai, position, and that is gidambarai, and they will look at their opponent and they will state their intention of their attack, okay? So we are going to, first of all, attack jodan, okay? So jodan is punching towards this area, the chin and face area, okay? And we're going to attack 5 times, Gohon Kumite. So Gohon Kumite is 5-step. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. So Gohon, 5-step. 1, or ippon, 1 step. 2, 2-step Kumite. And you can do that. We don't do it in our syllabus, but you can do it. Sanbon Kumite, we do, okay? I said do. Andy Sensei, please don't beat me up over that one. It's an in-joke. 4, Shion Kumite. 4 people, 4-person Kumite, definitely can do that, okay? And of course, Gohon Kumite. You can do 8. That's not 8, you can do 8 or you can do 10. It depends on the moves and the people or the participants, okay? But the number just represents either the participant number or the amount of moves that you're doing forwards and backwards. So we're doing 5 techniques forwards and backwards. So what we need to do is rei, os, hey, yoi. Now I'm about 1 meter from my opponent, okay? 1 meter. So if I stand here, okay, and I am attacking tora from gidambarai position here. My uki, my receiver is here, one meter-ish away. Okay. Now, how do I work that distance is really important. Okay. If receiver is standing here, Bob is my uki. Us. Okay. So my receiver is there. To maintain my distance and keep form, okay, there's no good for me attacking here because I'm nowhere near Bob, okay, so that's not very good. So we need to make sure that when we have bowed to each other, os, okay, we both come to yoi, so we're both ready. I'm going to step up to Bob and I'm going to put my fist around Bob's chest height. I'm going to be about 1 inch or so away from their chest, a little bit further for juniors, a little bit further away, okay, and then from here, I'm going to step back, gidambarai. Now, this looks like if I attack here, attack Bob, I'm going to go straight through Bob's head. Okay, this will not happen, do not fear. Bob is an intelligent being, okay, and Bob will step back as I step forwards. So, the distance we have created here, okay, will maintain the same. So we will always be roughly an inch apart, provided I move forward and Bob moves back. So this is important, okay? So you work together. You work together. You bow together, you step up, you step back, you get your distance, and then you move together. You move together. You move together. Okay, that's the bit that I can't demonstrate fully tonight, but I'll try and shuffle my legs so that we can fit 5 techniques in. We're going to play the part of Tora to start with, okay, because I think that's the easiest part, but often done badly. I think we'll bring Bob back in a while, okay, because I think that's quite helpful, actually. So, ready, us. So, we've bowed to each other, we've joined position, so we're ready to do Kumite. I step up to check my distance. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle back a little bit, so I have to step back, get Ambrai. Then I step back, get Ambrai, not step forwards. If I step forwards, I'm being aggressive. Okay, that's not nice. So we don't want to do that. We want to work together. So I step back position and I just keep the unit, which is not great. So from this position here, I am now looking at my target, okay, my Bob. Bob will be ready here to receive. Okay, so we'll be stepping back and blocking me. Don't focus on the block at the moment, just focus on the punches. So the punches will be going towards the chin, okay? So clearly state your intention, Jodan, which means I'm going to attack you in the face, and attacking Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Kiaigo, Iyo. Okay, and then as the attacker, as Tora, okay, I now need to be non-aggressive and I step back into Hachidachi. Hachidachi, open leg stance, okay? I keep my form. This is really important. Okay, Bob is now going to attack me, and I'm now ready to receive Bob 5 times moving backwards. So we'll do that in a second, okay? So, right, key things with your attack. When you're attacking Jodan is not Jodan. That is a giant, okay? We don't have anyone, yes we do. We do have somebody that big, but we don't attack above their head. We attack to their chin, okay? So Jonathan is about that height. So he's 6'7", I think, 6'8". So we do have somebody that tall, but you must make sure you go for your target. So if your target is here, Jodan, so a smaller person, then that's where your Jodan should be. It's really important you attack for the target area. Another bad thing, Jodan, and my target is not over there near my cabinet, okay? My target is here. It's really important, okay, that you attack where you need to attack. I remember my orange belt grading going for yellow. So I was studying for my 7th Q, and during the grading, my partner, okay, refused to attack me to my face. His punches kept coming here and here, okay? So when I was blocking, I was moving my body all over the show. And my sensei told me off and told my partner off. Obviously, it wasn't my fault that he wasn't attacking me correctly, because his job was to do that and my job was just to block. So I had to then try and say to him, no, attack me here, attack me here. And he kept punching here and here. So we ended up not looking great, okay? As a partnership, we looked poor. When I attacked as I always do, straight down the center, okay? And he had to block me. That was a much better way, okay? The reason we passed that grading that day, I think, is because I attacked him on target. He was told off for not attacking the target area. I remember overhearing that when I was near the table. So this is really important, okay? People forget they're targeting somebody, okay? When we do it on their own, like this evening, then you use your own chin height as a rough guide as to where you're attacking. Now, I think if you can do this on your own in your own dojo, then you can do this when we partnered up really easy, because you have a human being in front of you. Well, let's hope they're human. Okay, so this is really important, that we attack our partner correctly. Now, remember the rules. Sometimes when we do Kumite, to face somebody for the first time and be asked to punch them, okay, stepping forwards, is a bit scary. However, if we work together and I move forward, this person moves back, we stay the same distance apart, we never get any closer. That person is able to block comfortably and safely. This person is able to attack strongly but safely. So there is never an issue. There is never an issue. Occasionally things go wrong and this person's forgotten how to count to 5, and this person has also forgotten how to count to 5. So they might do an extra one, they might do one less, And we occasionally get a funny situation where they both walk into each other. That is quite funny. I've never known anyone to ever get hurt, but it is hilarious when you hear people just crash. Okay, it doesn't happen often because most people in the dojo can count to 5, and if not, I count for them. But we've known adults to get this wrong a lot. Okay, juniors, you're much better at counting, adults less so. So very rare, and in fact, I'm pleased to say no one in my dojo has ever got hurt doing kumite. Okay, we've had someone fall over and hurt their wrists. That was nothing to do with me. But we've never had any other injuries. We've never had anyone punch the face and really badly damaged since I've been teaching. I have been on the receiving end and seen really bad attacks, okay? Years and years ago, so we're talking 30 years ago, okay, where people didn't listen, weren't focused, weren't controlled. And it wasn't in my dojos or my sensei's dojos, it was in another dojo. So it's important to listen to the senseis and listen to the rules. Okay, so hopefully you'll understand that this is a mechanism for keeping you safe and you can enjoy it because it is fun. Okay, so let's step back. So we remember playing the part of Tora, so step back, get under eye, gonna make sure I don't keep this unit again. Okay, so we're attacking Jodan. Us, Jodan, Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ya! Hey, yeah, mate. Remember to step back, being non-aggressive. Us. Now you may think, well, Sensei, you just attacked me to the face 5 times. Yes, to train, to practice. Now I always attack strongly. I always attack to my target, and I always attack at least with 1 ki. And I'll be honest, if my neighbours weren't around, I'd be attacking with 5 kis. You are safe, I promise you. I will never hit you. So, okay, and nor will the other instructors, and nor will the other students, provided we all listen to the rules. But for me, Kumite comes from here. Here, this is where your heart is, okay? So your heart, okay, is your part of the process of your expression of spirit. So ki, okay? So ki, you push from your hara, but for me, you almost push from your heart. You say it out loud, and you attack with good vigor and application, called zanshi, is the Japanese word, where you're really going for it. So whether you're shortening your stance like me this evening, okay, or whether you're able to have very good 5 steps, that's excellent if you've got that kind of room. Well done, you've got a big dojo. Step back, get under eye, come on. Hey, Jodan. Ich, Iya, Ni, Iya, San, Iya, Shi, Iya, Go, Iya. Hey, yeah, mate. Excellent, good. Now, we only bow the once at the beginning, and then we only bow again when we're finished. We're not bowing yet because we are not finished. We're now going to step back. And we're going to change legs. So we're now going to be attacking with the left side. So we've been attacking Migi, okay, which is Japanese for right. We're now attacking Hidari, which is Japanese for left. Okay, so if you're left-handed like me, okay, then you are very blessed because this side is less practiced in particular traditional Shotokan karate. The right side is practiced heavily because 90% of the world's population, and I was told this by a scientist, so I believe them, 90% of the world's population are right-handed, right-footed, okay? The other little percent, 10%, left-handed. I'm not going to say we're the best, but from a karate perspective, we do have, I think, often a better balance because we practice our bad side more than we practice our natural good side. So I think our balance as left-handed people, we have a slight advantage, okay? So step back, get down by left leg, ready to attack Jodan. Jodan! Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ki, Yo! Hey, Yame, remember to stand back, step back. Okay, so move back to position. Hey, good. Okay, us. So that is a right side attack, left side attack 5 times. So we're going to do this both again as if we're doing it with an opponent, okay? Now, our opponent will be stepping back and blocking up a rising block, which we're going to practice in a moment. Okay, on the 5th block, they will counter punch us. So we wait for that punch, and then we step back as they step up. So we maintain our distance. Also, we'll practice this together in a short moment in time. Okay, so we're going to do the right side and the left side. Remember, we only bow once at the beginning, and then we bow at the end when we've finished. Okay, so, Kiyotsuke. Right, us. Hey, yoi. Okay, stepping back, right side, Migi. So ready to attack. Jodan. Ich. Okay, 5 times. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Here. Hey, yame. Now we need to shuffle back. Ready for the left side. Make sure you're not going to step into anything like I did earlier. Okay, so left side, step back and I. Ich. Here. Jodan. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Here. Hey, yame. We're now finished. Step back from your opponent to allow them room to bow and bow together. Us. Back to your position. And then domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity to train together, to practice with that person and enjoy karate together. For me, I think it's important to say thank you. You can say thank you in English or Japanese, it's no different. Okay, but for me, I like to say thank you because the other person has given you an opportunity to learn. When we're on our own, we learn on our own, which is good enough sometimes, it's okay. But karate is so much better with 2 people, okay? Because you can understand and develop techniques better because you make them real. You make them real, okay? Kata is something that's practiced upon our own, but when you do the higher grade bunkai of it, the application of it with other people, makes it more alive, makes it more real. Okay, so Kumite is really good fun. For me, it's my possibly one of my favorite aspects of karate. I'd pretty much say it is my favorite aspect of karate. Okay, very good. Right, horse. So that's 5-step Gohon Kumite. Okay, so 5-step Gohon Kumite, and we've been attacking Jodan. Okay, so attacking to the chin area, and we've played the part of Tora, and Bob has played the part of Uki, the receiver. Of course. Okay, so now we're going to switch roles. Stay, Bob. Bob keeps wanting to open and say hello, but anyway, Bob the bin. Bob the bin is now Tora. Sensei now Uki. So I am now receiving. Okay. So what will happen again is that Bob will step up to me, put his fist about this far up close to my chest, and then step back down the block with his right leg, base, okay, and clearly state his intention to attack Jodan. Now I recognize that sound as a punch coming to my chin, so I'm going to think straight away I'm going to block up, rising block. I know that downward block won't work. The other 2 might work, inside block or outside block, or even knife hand block might work, but we know that upper rising block is a much more effective block for this punch. So this punch is coming to my chin, okay? Bob says Jodan, when I'm ready, I say us, which means I'm ready to receive. That way we know there's going to be no danger, okay? Bob attacks strong, I step back strong, okay? And then we continue this process for the 2nd punch, 3rd punch, 4th, and finally the 5th punch. On the 5th punch, okay, so if you imagine I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and counter punch, yeah, on the spot. Okay, now remember, Bob is the attacker. Bob will step back. Me, I can return to my yoi position by stepping up. And this is not being aggressive because I've been defending. This is me returning to position, okay? Bob is now in his correct position again, or her correct position again. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Obviously, the feedback I can't see, and I suspect there isn't any because hopefully you're training by now. So that's the way that the two roles are reversed now. What is the more exciting? Well, attacking is really good fun, okay, and it shouldn't be seen as the lesser part of the process, okay. Attacking has to be strong, true, timing has to be correct. Technique, form, control, all has to be good. And blocking is the same. Ultimately, the idea of the block is to stop being hit, okay? But then again, you have to have timing, distance, control, form, all of those things again. So we are going to do the part now of uki. So we're going to step back 5 times. So what we're going to do is going to just put Bob back over here. Keeps opening. Okay, and I'm going to start here. So you're going to do the same. So I want you to come up as close to your TV, your computer screen, whatever. Okay, and imagine that the camera lens or the TV screen is going to be your attacker. So we're going to go backwards. And again, this is again the rules that you have to remember. The attacker, Tora, always pushes forward until Yame when they step back. The defender always comes back until Yame, then they return to their position. They're not stepping up, they're returning to their position. Okay. If at any point you get that wrong, we have a splat moment. They're quite funny, as I said, usually quite hilarious, but please don't worry about that, okay, because it doesn't happen very often. So it is important then when we're doing the 5-step now, you're going to go backwards in your dojo. So like before, I was shuffling my feet, so I had enough room to do all 5. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We're not concentrating on stances tonight. We're concentrating on your understanding of the Kumite sets that we're doing. Okay, so us. So our attacker now has finished their bow with us. They've stepped back downward block and they've got their right leg back and their right hand on their hip, ready to punch. They're going to say Jodan. And we are just going to take a moment, okay, look at them. And when you're ready, you say us. Don't, when they say Jodan, say us and not be ready, because that's when accidents can happen, okay? If you are with, as a Q grade, I remember being a junior grade against one of the senior black belts that I used to train with, and he said Jodan, I went, us, smack. I hadn't even moved before his fist connected with my mouth. Completely my fault, because I should not have said us, because I wasn't ready. So we have to keep our mind focused all the time. So you look at your opponent. As soon as you've bowed, you don't take your eyes off your opponent. Essentially, that's the rule. Okay. If Sensei starts talking, Sensei will yame you and allow you to turn away from your partner. But remember, you finish. You bow to them before that. That way, you know that you're both finished. If there hasn't been a bow, you keep your eyes on your opponent. Really important. Okay. So attack a step back now. Right leg and right arm on the hip. Okay. They say the words Jodan. You say us. So your first technique, okay, so your left hand goes on your left hip, your right arm up, okay, their right hand is coming to your chin here, okay, you're going to step back, upper rising block, agiyuki, okay, and then they're going to continue now with a secondary attack, their left hand, step back, ish, and then they're going to attack again with their right hand, third attack, each, and then again with their fourth attack, each, and their final attack, ish, you block the fifth attack, yeah! And you counter punch on the spot. Okay, your fist, do not fear, will stop about an inch away from their gi. Okay, because we've worked the distance out previously. Remember, they will now step back, but as they step back, you step up together. And this maintains our mai, which is distance in Japanese, the distance between the two people, and keeps our form. Kumite is nothing more than a battle of two people with a huge amount of respect for each other. So in other words, you're not wishing to hurt each other, you're wishing to train together. So it's important that we respect each other all the way through and make sure we keep focused on each other. Okay? Once Sensei says bow, you can then bow to each other and relax. But until that point, you need to be alert, back in Yui stance. Okay, so we'll do this again. So we'll come up closer to the screen. Okay, it's just so you've got room at the back. I'm taking a double step approach, so I'm just shortening the distance. If I do my normal steps, I'll go 1, 2, 3, and I've hit the cupboard. Okay, so to fit 5 in, I'm shuffling a little bit. You may notice my feet. Don't focus so much on my feet, more focus on the block if you can. Okay, if you have the full room, then you can do the full stance and great stuff. Okay, if you only have a meter, yeah, if I show you here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so you can do this within a meter. Sensei Andy on Saturday at the black belt training session taught us Taikyoku Shodan, the first kata, and Hien Shodan in 1 meter. It was really, really difficult to get our heads around that to start with, because I've never actually done that before. But he made us do the kata, okay, within 1 meter square. It was brilliant, because it proved that you don't need a big space to do karate. Okay, and I think that would be confusing for some of you to understand, but this, I hope you can see, is quite easy to understand. So let's get close to our screens. Okay, make sure you look at your opponent. So in other words, you look into the lens. I hope that was the right lens. Otherwise, I'll look boss-eyed. Okay, so attacker, right leg back, right hand on hip. Okay, and they're attacking Jodan. Don't say us until you are ready. Jodan. Us. So right leg back, left arm blocks. Each. Hey, me. San. Shi. Go. Here. Remember, return together. The Torah, Yamei, Uki, Yamei together. Hold your position. Hold your position. Us. Okay, so once more, let's come up close to the TV, stroke computer, stroke whatever you're watching this on. Okay, and look straight down the lens. I don't know which is the right lens. It's not that one. It's that, maybe, I don't know if it's that one or not. Anyway, so we'll point on one of the lenses. So look at that person, okay? They're now stepping back with the opposite leg, their left leg. Their left leg is going back, okay? So this time you need to think and recognize they're attacking with their left side. So they've swapped sides, I need to swap sides to receive. So again, same rules apply. They say Jodan, os, left leg back, block with your right arm this time. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, hai, aya. Hey, return to your position, yoi. Okay, us. And remember, we do this together. Okay, so once more. Left side. So remember, you're blocking with your right hand in the air. That's wrong. Your left hand in the air. Your right arm is going to block as you step back with your left leg. Us. Okay. So the easiest way to remember this, I think, for myself, was if I was doing the right side attacking, I'm attacking with my right hand, or I'm stepping forward with my right leg. If I'm blocking on the right side, I step back with my right leg and my right hand comes to my hip. That's just how I remember it. You can remember it in any way you wish to do so, okay, so that you can make this less complicated in your own mind. So left side then, if you're attacking left side, you're attacking with your left leg moving forwards and your left hand attacking. If you're stepping back, left leg moves back, left hand comes back to the hip. Okay, just a way of remembering. It's up to you how you do it yourself. Remember, we show you the way and you find it your way. Yes? Okay, so way is Do. Shotokan Karate Do is the way of Shotokan. Okay, we're ready with our left side then again. Okay, so attacker coming in. Left side, Jodan. Os. 1, 2, 3, 4. A5. Return to your position. And this time we're going to step away from our opponent. We're finished. Right. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much for the opportunity to train with you, to partner with you, to enjoy this experience with you. Okay. Or just thank you. Thank you. Okay. I think that's really, really good. So hopefully you're seeing what 5-step looks like from these two angles. Okay, I'm now going to play both parts, and I'm going to, I'm not going to use Bob because I'll be perfectly honest, he's going to get in the way. So I'm just going to show you roughly by the double stepping so you can see from a different angle what this looks like. So I'm going to play the part of Torah. I have to be careful, I really don't have any room this angle. Okay, so us. So my opponent is here, by the way. I know I'm going to make this a bit awkward because I can't do any differently. So yoi, we've both bowed. I now step back and right, each, and I state my intention. Jodan, os, each, ni, san, shi, go, here. Hey, I step back, yeah, mate. Going to shuffle back now. And now I'm going to do the left side. Remember, we're bowed once, we don't need to bow again. Okay, not till Sensei says. Step back at Embarai. Left side, Hidari attack. Os, blocking Jodan. Jodan, os, ich, ni, san, shi, go, here. Hey, Yamei. Okay, again, no bowing. We're not finished yet. So we're now going to play the part of Uki. So I'm going to start all the way over here. So my attacker is in my living room. Okay, hopefully they don't come through the wall. Be expensive. But They're going to attack with their right leg and right arm. I'm going to block on my right side. Remember, right leg back, right hand back. Jodan, os, ich, ni, san, shi, go. And remember, I now return to my position as the uki. Okay? You can see I'm shortening my stance. I hope that, okay? Because I have no choice. Left side, left side. So this time, remember, left leg back, left hand on the hip first of all. Jodan, os, ich, ni, san, shi, go. I return to my position. Take the pace away from each other. Ready, os. Hey, back to yoi. Just in case. Ready to receive again. Should you need to do so. Should you need to do so. I hope that explains Gohon Kumite, which is 5-step. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to partner up. Okay. So you will be my partner. I will be yours. We will play one part each. So you will play Tora to start with, and I will defend. Okay. And then we'll do that a couple of times, right side and left side, and then I will return the favour and you can become the uki. Okay. This gives you sort of an idea. When we do this in the dojo, quite often myself or the other instructors will be at the front of the dojo with the students facing us. Okay. And we'll step back and get Ambarai and we'll pretend to attack all of you, which would be a dreadful thing. Well, still, you'll attack back. Okay. But we literally will get you to move together. So we'll attack and you step back all together, and the whole class does it. Obviously, at the moment with the whole coronavirus COVID thing going on, we can't do kumite where we're so close. But at this moment in time, I mean, we're how far away? You know, if you're training in Gamlingay tonight, then we're a good 10 miles away. I'm sure it's about 10 miles from where I live in Clifton. Distance doesn't really matter as long as we can kind of get this imagination where we can see our opponent. Now, you can see me. This is good. I can't see you. So I'm going to pretend you're my camera lens. Okay, that's my thing. My difficulty there is I have 3, so I never know which one I'm supposed to look at, but that's immaterial. That doesn't matter. So I'm looking at my 3 camera lenses. So if I ever look cross-eyed, by the way, my eyes are straight. I promise you I had them checked yesterday, Specsavers, and they're fine. So it's not me being boss-eyed, it's the camera lens. It also makes me look really big around this area. I don't know why that is. And sometimes makes me not look as handsome as I am, naturally. Much better in person than on screen, I think. Anyway. Joking aside, so I think this is a really important part of karate. Okay, that you try to, if you can't see an opponent, you imagine them. You imagine them. Use your brain. Use your mind. Use something that's really strange. Yeah, big giant ninja or samurai or something that's really cool. Okay, as you're a partner. Tonight you've got me. I've got you. Hopefully behind the camera lens there somewhere. So really want you to make sure that you are blocking correctly. So it's up rising block. Okay, and if you get your arms the wrong way around and your feet the wrong way around, never worry about that, because all that matters in kumite is you don't get hit. Simple rule. Okay, so if you ever get your arms in there, yes, Sensei might turn around and say that was actually the wrong arm, wrong leg, but you still didn't get hit, so you still did it correctly. So please don't worry about those things. They will happen to start with. You'll get the wrong arms and legs. That's absolutely normal and fine. Okay, we will not ever tell you off. I promise you. We don't do that in our dojo anyway. We will just encourage you. Okay, so are you ready then? So I think I said you could do the Tora bit first and I will receive. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is when we've done our bow, okay, you're going to step back with your right leg, Migi. Okay, and you're going to attack right side, Jodan, Zuki to here. Us. Okay, so are you ready? I hope so. That's ready. Us. And important to do a proper bow to your partner. Please don't ever do this. It's so rude. Okay, so a proper good deep bow to your partner, regardless of their grade. It does not matter. They can hurt you. You can hurt them. Bow to each other respectfully. Yoi. Okay, so you've stepped back, Gidambarai now. Okay, and you are in your yoi position, which is downward block, and you're ready to attack. You're poised to attack. Okay, so now you need to be looking at me. If you don't want to look me in the eyes, then look from the sort of the bridge of the nose down to the shoulders and across. That way you can see everything that happens in my body. You can see my eyes, my ears, my nose, my hair, my toes, the lot. Okay, your peripheral vision will carry that all. Okay, But if you can look straight at the eyes. Okay, when you're ready, you will say, Joran! Os! Ich! Ni! San! Shi! Go! Aya! Remember to count to 5. That's why I'm doing it for you, so you don't come and hit me 6 times. Yes? Or only do 4. Okay, remember, you step back as I step up. Ich to yame. Very good. So you should now be with your right leg stepping back, ready to attack again. Okay, however, we're just going to do this once on each side. So please step back now with your left leg. So change legs for me. Okay, so now you're attacking with your left hand. Okay, so this is hidari, so left side. Remember, me receiving, I'm going to move my left leg back. This hand comes to this left hip. Us. Okay, so we don't need to bow. We've already bowed, so we need to do that once. So please step back with your left side. Okay. Check your position, look at me, make sure the distance is good. Are you ready? Joran. Os. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Aya. Hey, you step back with me, I step up. Okay, did you notice my slight change of arms there? Had a bit of a moment there, senior moment I'm going to call it. Okay, so your turn to attack, your turn to receive now. Okay, you've attacked me twice, 5 times on each side, so I hope that was okay for you. Yeah, I'm still alive, so that's good. That's all that matters. So you're ready to receive me now. Okay, I'm going to move back just so I can fit 5 in. Okay, I know that seems like I'm too far away from the screen, but I'm going to come towards you with speed, trust me. Us. Let's bow. We don't need to bow again, but I'm just conscious of the fact that when I talk, we've almost ended, so I should probably say we bow and then finish and then carry on, but I haven't done that. So I'm going to step back and my right leg, so I'm attacking the right side first. Okay, are you ready? Jodan! Os! Ich! Ni! San! Shi! Go! Yeah! Okay, yame. I step back, you step up. We maintain our distance. Okay, I'm going to shuffle back. And I'm going to step back my left side. Left side, left leg back. Remember, when you're blocking now, you are going to be blocking with which hand? Yeah, which hand? Your left leg moves back, your left hand comes to your hips. You're blocking with your right hand. Us. Are you ready? Jodan! Us! Ich! Ni! San! Shi! Go! Yeah! Hey, mate. Let's take a pace away from each other. Make sure we have enough room. 10 miles should be enough. And ready. Us. Excellent. Very good. So, moving on. We have 10 minutes left. Okay. We don't need to go through a lot of these basics again because their basics are the same. But we're now going to change our target area to Chudan. The Chudan is the stomach area. Okay. So, just here is your solar plexus where your rib cage joins. Just this area below this is our target area now. Not here, not the OB, and definitely not Gidan, which is the groin, okay? We are attacking here. So your punch now is lower. Still to the center, not so high. Lower. It's about a foot, maybe a bit more than that, okay? Lower. Okay, so the rules are very much the same. So the attack is the same, except the first punch, okay? And the second punch, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth punch will be going to the stomach, not the face. That's all the attacker is going to change, the height of the punch. So, if again I demonstrate, I'll just do it this side. So, Jodan, it's the chin, Chudan, it's the stomach. Us. Okay, so that's all that changes is the height of the punch. Tora's job is no different, just the height of the punch. Uki, we're changing our block now. So this is a great effective block for a punch to the chin, up rising block, Agi Uki, we've already been practicing. So what would be a good block to the stomach? Okay, what would be a good block? So we have a choice. We have Soto Ryuki, we have Uchi Uki, and we have Shuto Uki. So we have 3 really good Chudan blocks, okay, and they are all really good. However, from a Gohon Kumite perspective, this one doesn't work, and this one doesn't work, as well as this one works beautifully, especially when we step straight back, which is what we're doing. So we're going to use Soto Ryuki. Okay, so again, the only difference is we're using a different block to a different area of the body. Okay, still on the fifth one, we block, yeah, and we counter punch. The rules are the same. 5 punches come in, 5 blocks happen, counter punch goes out. Rules. So you're just changing your block. So what we'll do is we'll play the part of Tora again, just to do our Chudanzuki punches. Remember the height. Yeah, this is not Jodan, this is too high. This is Jodan because this is in line with my chin. This is Chudan. This is not Chudan. Okay, this is not Chudan. Chudan, about here, about here. So just, it's lower than your shoulders, definitely. And it should come in around just below your solar plexus. I hope that's okay. Now, if like me, you've had your dinner, then your gi will be a little bit tighter whilst your dinner's in there, and then it shrinks back to your six-pack afterwards, doesn't it? But you want to be aiming for the tummy, basically. Okay, so that's the target area. So what we'll do, we'll play the part of Tora to start with. We'll do the right side, and then we'll do the left side. Yoi, I step back, get under right, each, yeah. Okay, so attacking 5 times, Chudan. So you say to your partner, Chudan, and they will receive and say, each, ni, san, shi, go, yeah. Hey, yeah, remember the attacker always steps back. Okay, so now I'm going to move back a little bit further, shuffle back, make sure I have room behind me and not to kick this cabinet again. So we step back with the left leg this time. So we're doing the left side. So we're punching with the left hand. Okay, remember we don't need to bow anymore. We've already done our bow. Step back and right. Each here. Okay, so looking at our opponent, okay, and targeting Chudan. Left side. Hida. Chudan. Each. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Yeah. Hey, yummy. Very good, very good. So we have done Tora attacking Chudan on the right side, Migi. A Tora attacking Chudan on the left side, Hidari. Okay. Now we're going to practice the receiving point before finally partnering up to do what we've just done on the Jodan. Okay. So you can see that actually the block is kind of immaterial. You just need to know what attack is coming to you. So you could have someone attack you 5 Mawashi Geris. Yeah, 5 roundhouse kicks. 1 comes here, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. I mean, what would be a good block? A good block. Keishu, open hand. Yeah, okay, you could call this Nagashi, but Keishu, open hand is a good block for that. Uchuki is a good block for that. Okay, the person could kick Maigeri, front kick, downward block. 3, 4, 5, counter punch. It makes no difference, okay? As long as there is a technique coming towards you, there is a defense, an uki position that we can use, a block we can use, okay? I hope that makes sense. So we're going to do Soto Ryuki, okay? So remember, our attacker now is stepping back, Gidamburai, okay? And they've moved their right leg back, their right hand on the hip, but it's hit us. So we're going to step our right leg back, bring our right hand to our hip, block with the left arm. Okay, so Chudan, each, ni, shi, go. Okay, so remember, we've been blocking now. We can step up to return to our position, kamae. Okay, Japanese for position, kamae. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle forward again so I can fit the 5 in. I have to say the double shuffles, I don't think I've made too many errors this evening, so I think we're okay. Okay, so again, Chudan, remember we don't need to bow anymore because we've bowed already. Okay, so continue this set. So the person steps back with their left leg, the left hand on the hips. That means they're going to attack us with the left side. So we are going to bring our left leg back and bring our left hand to the hip. So we're blocking with our right arm. I probably said that too fast. Left leg back, left hand on the hip, right arm blocking. Again, if you get the arms wrong, it doesn't matter. Okay, so your position, ready to receive. They're going to say Chudan. Each, ni, san, shi, go. Remember, we return to our position. Yoi. Right, take a pace away from each other. Ready, Excellent, excellent, excellent. And yoi. Still focused. And ready. Us. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Again, thank your partner. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, so now you are going to play the part of Tora. I'm going to play the part of Uki. So I'm going to receive your 5 punches to the stomach. Okay, we'll do the right and the left side as previous, and then I will attack back. What we'll do is get you to attack me, and I defend. Then I'll come back at you. You defend. Then we'll change legs. You attack the left side. I defend the left side. Then I attack the left side. You defend the left side. Us. Hope that's okay. Hope that makes sense. Okay, let's go for it. Us. You're attacking me. Remember, you've checked your distance. Okay, so you're about an inch away from my stomach. You step back, get Ambrye with your right leg, and your right hand is on your right hip, ready to hit me with that right hand, hopefully. Punching here, stomach. Okay, so when you're ready, you will say Chudan. And remember, you can't come until I say us. Are you ready? Chudan. Us. Remember, we step up as a defender, or I step up as a defender. Now, did you notice something? Yes, you do this without a count. Learning, we will count for you. When you've been doing this for a while, you do it yourself. And that's where the fun begins, because the amount of people that can't count to 5 is it's unbelievable, if I'm perfectly honest. Okay, somebody who's not great at maths, although I was teaching it today, I am not the best person at maths, but I can count to 5. The amount of people that I know that can't is amazing in our dojo. It's very good fun. Nerves, worry, fear, all those things take our mind over. But it's still okay. So I'm now going to attack you. Okay, so I'm going to attack you right side. So I'm just going to right Sensei. Os. Let me bow, volley bow. Just chew down. Os. Iya. 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 Very good. Okay, so now left side, please. Remember, we don't need to bow. Our distance is the same already. Okay, you're about an inch away from attacking to my stomach. Left side, please. A step back with your left leg. Left hand on the hip, ready to punch with the left hand. Hidari. Okay, Hidari te, left hand. Okay, so are you ready? And I'm blocking now with my right hand. Okay, and bringing my left leg back and my left hand to my hip. Think of those connections. So remind yourself which leg. Ready, Chudan. Os. Iya. Iya, 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 iya. I can now return to my position as you step back. I'm going to shuffle back to get room. Okay, so left side, remember, left leg back. Look at the trouble. The trouble is here. Okay, it's Hidari, it's left side. The trouble is there. That's what you need to block. Us, really important. You're ready. Left leg back. Us. Left hand comes on the hips. You're blocking with your right arm. Chudan. Os. Iya. 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 Take your pace away from each other. Ready, os. Os. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much for being my partner. Okay, well done. Really good. So that is 5-step Gohon Kumite. Each ni san shi go. 5-step. Okay. 5-step doesn't always, Gohon Kumite isn't always referred to as 5 steps forward and backwards. It could be 5 people. 1 in the middle, 2 either side, 1 in the front and 1 in behind. So we often do that as black belts. Okay, but for your grading syllabus, it's in here and it tells you that you need Gohon Kumite for, I think if you're an adult, your 9th Q grading. Okay, you do it for your 8th Q, so your orange belt, and you do it for your yellow belt as well. So for juniors, it will be the same. You do it for your blue, red, orange, and yellow belt. When you're then going for your green belt, you change to what we'll do on Thursday, which is Kion Ippon Kumite. Now, the Kumite that we're going to practice for the syllabus, we're going to do 5-step, 1-step, Juippon, which is semi-freestyle, okay? And we're going to leave it at those 3 because they're part of the syllabus. However, within the rest of the karate that we do, there are many other forms of Kumite, okay? There is Kaishi Ippon Kumite, Sanbon Kumite, Hapu Kumite, Kuri Juippon Kumite, Ju Kumite. There's more. Okay, so we only do a part of it for our syllabus. Remember, there are more basics than we teach you as well. Okay, there are kicks that we haven't taught you necessarily. We will teach you in the dojo, but aren't part of the syllabus. The grading is a snapshot of basic karate. Okay, as you get a higher grade, you learn more and more things. Remember, that's a reference guide, not the Bible as such. For karate. Okay, really, really well done. I apologise for the ever so slightly delayed start. So I think I was about 30 seconds late and still setting up. But anyway, really, really good to train with you. Really positive news about possible Gamingay Dojo opening up in a few weeks, about a month's time. Keep our fingers crossed for that, okay? Keep things going okay. I've got my jab on Saturday morning. So that's all booked in because apparently I'm really old. And they're starting to do really old people, or they're continuing to do old people. I'm not sure if that's the right way around. Yeah, so anyway, all hopefully good, positive news. Let's keep our fingers crossed, okay? And I'll look forward to seeing you on Thursday when we do Gohon Kumite. Let's finish with the Dojo-kun and a standing bell. Os Dojo-kun, hitotsu jinkanku kansei ni suramoto koto. Hitotsu makato no michi o mamoru koto. Hitotsu Doryoko no seishin, yashinau koto. Hitotsu, reigyo omoju koto. Hitotsu, gekki no yo imashimuru koto. I'm ready. Os. Thank you so much. Oyasumasai, arigatou gozaimasu. Good night and thank you very much. Jamatane. See you Thursday. Os. Goodbye, Isaac. Us, see you Thursday. Us, Andy Sensei. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Good evening, Andy Sensei. Excellent session. Thank you very much. It's very good of you. Hope you'll be iced up on Thursday to train again. Oh, I hope you're not too bad. Hope you haven't got too many injuries. See you soon. Us. Take care. Be good. Good night. Us. Us, Ken. See you. Bye-bye.